next part comes in, multiplying our businesses. How are we going to work smarter, not harder? How are we going to create the results that we want so that when we do decide that I don't want to work behind the chair 5 days a week anymore, I don't want to work behind the chair 4 days or in my treatment room or doing nails, like my body is being affected. So I've been doing hair 35 years. And I can tell you, my body has definitely been affected in this industry. My posture's not right. My neck hurts. My back will hurt. And we can be affected, and our body starts to break down. And the part that is so awful for us all is that everything we've built has been on what we do. Like everything we've built is what we've done, what we can do, how we can do it. And I'm telling you, like, it's so, it changes, right? And so, like, we have to take and really truly take and, it's out of my way, really truly take and think about those things. How can we still create a great business? How can we create revenue? How can we create passive income to create the lifestyle that we want, even when we are not behind the chair? And that's what you have to think about. How can I do this? What is it that I can take and do in order to take and do and live the way I want to when I dreamed about it? So think about that for a minute. Have you been taken, put the things in place so that when you still are behind the chair, maybe you don't want to work as much, that your revenue is not going to be affected? Have you take and are you still renting a building? Or have you thought about owning your building? Have you gotten into the room so that you can take and learn how to truly multiply on the things that you're investing in, the things that you are pouring your money into? These are the things that we need to take and think about so that we can create multi-million-dollar business. We can create a retirement business lifestyle that we're able to live and do the things that we've wanted to forever, right? And so there's a few things that I want to share with you guys that I know that will help you create exactly what it is that you want and have the time to do it and create the results that you want. And the first thing is you got to, definitely take that action and create it. So you've built your foundation of your business. You have all the things in place. Now it's time, once you get those first two pillars done, to go into the third pillar, which is multiplying what you've created. And that's when your time to scale the business. What does that look like? How do I want to do that? What is like the long term results that I want to have in my business, and what is going to help me stop trading time for the freedom that I want, for the money that I want? What is it going to do? How can I start creating other streams of revenue income so that I'm not trading time for money? What are the things that you can do to have more cash flow in your business? What are the things that you can do to take and create the results, the same results that you even do behind the chair without being behind the chair? How can you do that? How can we turn around and work smarter, not harder? And so often, especially for booth runners and any independent beauty professional, really, like, we think, well, it's just me. I can't make more money on others. You absolutely 100% can still have an apprenticeship program, an assistant program. You still can create a small micro team within your suite building, even like in your suite that you rent out. You can still do that even with renting a booth. Maybe that means you rent two booths instead, right? But that other person is your employee. Like, there's just so many ways that you can do that. So if you never thought about that, and that's something that interests you, I do want you to take and make sure, like, comment below reach out to me. You guys have my emails because you got this invite, right? And so reach out to me. Like, let me share that with you. If that's something that you guys want to learn, is how to create even a micro salon environment within a suite as being a booth runner. Like, what would that look like? I want you definitely to reach out to me. Like, I would love to teach that, but I just want to make sure, like, that's something that you guys want. I don't want to waste your time or my time teaching something that it's not of interest, right? And so often in our industry, what we do is we focus more on the craft of what we do, go into the color classes, the cut classes, all those things, and don't really focus on the business part. Like the business classes at even all of our huge events that we all go to, like the IBS, Orlando, Premiere, all the things that we do, the business classes are the smallest. And they should actually be the biggest. Because if you don't understand your business, if you don't understand your numbers, if you don't know what you need to do in order to create the success that you want, my friend, you are always going to trade time for money. And my hope is that you get out of that mindset and see there are so many opportunities how you can create more revenue without sacrificing the time, being behind the chair, in your treatment room, in your nail room, whatever it is. It's so possible, but you have to think outside the box. You have to shift the mindset of that. No, like this is what we do. This is how we've always done it. And there's no other way. My gosh, that may have been what it was years ago. But if you haven't noticed, there are so many people teaching things online, right? Teaching locally that aren't partnered with a company. When I first started out, I was a color artist for Joico. That's what you had to do. Like that's how you could only teach, right? And so it's not that way anymore. We don't have to teach underneath somebody. You have a gifting for something, my gosh, you can share that with your local community of influencers in your area. That's your hairdressers, your nail techs, massage therapists, skincare therapists. Like you can share the gift that you have. If you're a bridal specialist and you like are friggin' amazing at that, not everybody has that. Like you could teach that and make money that way. Something that you do one day a week, build that up, and then be able to even go on platforms and being able to do it under your name, not somebody else's. Just saying. So that's one of the ways. But I just want to kind of like share with you some different ways that you could take and do this. So the different ways that you could take and do this, just thinking of different streams that you can take and do. You can do, sorry, different ways of streaming income, right? If you don't have an online store for retail, do. If you don't have an Amazon storefront, get one, right? Because when I talk to you about the retention part of our creating the connection with our guests and how we're keeping them, like the newsletter I shared with you, an email, whatever it is, and share about maybe a new product that's out, something special that you guys got going on. You want to be able to have links, just like you and I do every day. We get emails or we get a text message that tells us about this great product that we need, and we click on it and we buy it, right? Yeah, that's what we all do. Why are we not doing these things? Oops. Why are we not taking, and sorry about that, guys. Why are we not putting ourselves as the professionals that are out here that know what we're talking about and know how to recommend products and know how to do all these things? Why are we the ones that aren't? We so can. And if maybe you're shy on camera, okay, but there's videos out there that you can still do it and explain it and sell the product. If you're selling something from Joico or Aveda or Redken or whatever, they all have marketing stuff that we can use to do the products and sell them. There's ways to take and have an online store without you having to take and have everything in your area, right? Like you don't have to have it in your suite, your salon. You don't have to have that investment in there. They go to that they purchase it from them, from your link, and then they send it to them. So maybe you don't make that 50% commission and you only make 20 or 30, but my gosh, like you can reach an audience that doesn't even, it's not even local. Like think about that. All the guests that you have had, that you have their email list that moved away, or all the guests that you have had that stopped coming to you. And I pray that you guys have all gotten emails. You can send them to them. Maybe they'll come back then too, right? But like, I'm telling you, like, be an educator with your community that you've already built. And that is another way to create income. You can create $10,000 a month. I know many independent beauty professionals that do this, many in my coaching program, in my six-figure program, that create $10,000, $15,000 a month off their retails offline when they're selling them online, I mean. Through emails, through Instagram, through TikTok, all the things. Like you can create money. It's never been easier in the world history than it is today to create money. And are you taking advantage of these opportunities? Or are you just doing the things that you've always done or the way they've always been done and not changing and going with the new way things are happening? Like that's how we have to step in and think about it. What is it that I want to do? How do I want to really truly spend my time? Do I always want to be behind the chair, the nail table in the treatment room? Or do I want to take and create opportunities to create revenue without trading my time behind the chair? Like what happens if you break a leg or an arm and you're not able to work? And I will share this with you guys. I broke my humerus bone in October. I broke it in 3 places and it's impacted into my shoulder. I have been out from behind the chair for 6 months. It took 4 months for it to heal. I had a bone stimulator. I opted to let it heal on its own because it was still aligned. So it broke aligned and it didn't so we didn't have to put rods in. The other thing would have been I have surgery and I would have been metal from here all the way to here. And I didn't want that. So I opted to take and heal naturally. And it took a lot longer than what they even expected. It took 4 months. I had to be on a bone stimulator. It was freaking awful. I was like this for 4 months. Couldn't move my arm. I was in therapy still at the time, but they couldn't push it because it wasn't healed. I got out of therapy. I mean, I got healed. And then I've created so much scar tissue. Now I have to have surgery because now they have to go in and they have to cut all the scar surgery out. I can only lift my arm that high. And you friggin' can't do hair like that. So I will be out. I have surgery on the 17th of June. I'm scared to death to have it, but I'm going to have it because I'm too friggin' young to not be able to lift my arm. There's things I can't do. I can't even hold my purse on this arm because it's still kind of weak, right? From the break, it's not like 100% healed. And so I know something, I have to do something. I can't say it like this. But what I'm saying to you is what if you had a friggin' accident, because that's all that was me saying to my girls, Sunday after church, let's go down to the street to this one little historical town. They have all this October stuff going on there. Let's go down and let's make some memories. That was my thing. Instead of coming home working. Because a lot of times that's what I'll do on Sundays. I'll be doing my coaching stuff and things like that. Just really helping individuals in our industry move forward in their businesses. So instead of coming home and doing that, I said, let's go make memories. And I freaking fell on some rocks. Don't even still remember doing it or how I did it. But I knew when I hit that ground, it was major. Like that pain I had never felt in my entire life. I thought I just shattered everything. It was a little scary. But 18 years ago, I took out a short-term disability insurance policy. And I've never used it for 18 years until last October. And it's only 6 months policy, right? So I can't even, it's done. There's no more money coming in from that. But my whole point is, if I didn't have that, I would not have any money coming into the house. Would that affect you? Because if you didn't hurt yourself or break your bone, if you're an employee there at your business, there at as an employee, and you didn't do it at the business, workman compensation is not going to save you. Right? So, would you be okay if you had no money coming in? Or would you have to close your doors? Think about that. My life changed drastically overnight, literally. Overnight, it changed. And they're not sure that it will actually go back to I'll be able to do hair. I'm too driven for something like that to stop me 100%. Because I love what I do. I don't have to stand behind the chair anymore because I've done all the things I keep telling you guys to do, right? But I just love what I do. I love serving my guests. It's my passion, right? And I love to be in the known and up on top of everything that I'm still teaching, right? Because it's important to me. Like, if somebody wants to hire me as their coach, I want them to know, like, I'm still in the thick of it, right? Like, I'm still doing all the things I didn't like sell my salon 20 years ago, and now still teaching on everything that I learned then, right? My point is, would you be okay? And if you don't have short-term disability, you need to think about that. It cost me like pennies a month. I don't even remember how much it was. And I did it, and I never did anything with it. So of course the money wasn't the same that I would have done if I would have like upped it throughout the years. But it doesn't matter, right? I had it. It brought something in, and it paid for my daughter's schooling because she goes to private school and all that stuff. So, but my point is, would you be okay if something happened that took you out of doing the thing that it is that you create your money with? Or would it destroy your family? Would you have to close your business? What would happen if you're the breadwinner, which most of us are in this industry, because we're such blessed with an amazing industry? Would you be okay? And if you aren't, I want you to soak into what we've been going over the past 3 days. And I want you to take away that you can create exactly what it is that you want. I promise you, you can. But I also want to share with you, it's lonely doing it by ourselves. When you have somebody in your corner to take and come alongside of you and help you create the results that you want faster than trying to figure it out on our own. It's such a blessing. And if you think that you've found value in what you've learned the past 3 days, just think about how much more you could learn in my circle, right? And if that would make a difference for you. And if it does, I want you to reach out to me. I'm not here to sell you something at all. I'm here to share that with you because I think I would be doing disservice to anybody that thinks like, like I'm done doing this by myself. And I'm ready for that next move. I'm ready to be in somebody's circle that can really help me make the moves and create the results that I want. And that will also hold me accountable. That won't give me fluff. That won't be like, yeah, it's okay. You can do it that way. Knowing darn right well, it's not going to give you the results that you want. That is not me. I am honest to the core with you. And I will tell you, you know what? Like, I don't think you're playing big enough. I don't think you're really doing the work that you said you're doing because you're not getting the results. I will be that person for you because that is what we need in order to take and move it. It's our leadership more than anything, whether you are a business owner as a leader or you are a suite owner and you're leading yourself. Our leadership is what makes a difference in our business. And I'm talking about when you commit to something, commit to it and do it. Not just because it got hard and you decided not to, or you can't figure it out fast enough. That's what I'm saying is the difference. Those things right there, because we quit on ourselves too easily. When you have somebody like me that's going to come alongside of you and help you, we get the results so that you don't end up there. We get the results so that you're not wasting time trying to figure friggin' out by yourself because it takes too damn long. Even if you are creating the results that you want, there's somewhere that you're losing something. Somewheres. Or now it's time for you to scale it, but you're not really sure what the next best move really is. And you want to think about that. Like maybe you're like, I'm really at the end, Karen. I don't want to do all this, but I think that maybe like owning a suite building would be the way to go. I'm telling you right now. It's an awesome way to go. That was one of the best things that I did in my career, was do that part of it, because that's passive income. So for myself, I made that decision because I have two girls. If they don't do hair, it doesn't matter. That's is retail. I mean, that's real estate. They can do that. They don't have to be in the industry to do that. I look at things as legacy and generational wealth. I don't want all the hard work that I've done for 35 years when I die just to die, because I didn't think about the next future. I didn't think about the next generation. I didn't think about how this could be a legacy and change my children's lives, how it could impact them for good, how it could change their children's lives. So that's how I've looked at things. Not everybody looks that way, but I do want to share that with you because, gosh, I wish I knew today all the things I know today. I wish I knew them 20 years ago, even, right? But it's getting in the rooms with the right people that are doing the things that you want done or that you want to create, and they've done it. Those are the people you need to be around. And that's where I put myself. When I put myself in these rooms, what the great thing for you guys is that then I bring this back to my community. Like, I own my building. I've owned it now. I wrote my last check in 2020 during COVID. I paid it off. It was paid off. And then, like most of us, like, we had big transitions in our salons and things like that. And I knew for myself, I was at the stage that I didn't really want to grow a huge, big team again. I wanted to keep my smaller, intimate team that I had, but I had this huge building. So now what am I going to do? And I knew what the industry was doing. And that's when I made that decision that I wanted to take and convert some of it over into salon suites. And that's what I did. And my husband thought I was absolutely crazy. He was like, Karen, you have got to take and rebuild the business. We're losing $1 million with all the transitions that's going on. And I said, I'm not building it. I didn't want to. I knew I was at a place in my life that I was more at this retirement end of it, knowing that I was coaching still more at this time. And I knew where my impact was needed, and that I wanted to make and help others create the success, because I saw so many that were floundering. Definitely at that time, that because they were closed for 2 weeks and no income was coming in, that they were shutting their doors. It was just a horrible, but it was a big wake-up call for me to know that our industry needed someone like me and many others that are stepping into these positions to help you guys create the success that you need in your business, so that when something happens like that, that we have to close our doors for months, that you don't have to take and go out of business. Or if you break your arm or your leg and you're not able to work, that you don't have to close the doors because now you're not making the money behind the chair. That is my mission, is to help so many individuals in our industry take and not be in that position, because it sucks, because we work so hard for what we do. We put all this time and pour our sweat and energy and our passion and our dreams into this for something to happen, and we have to close our doors because we didn't do the things that needed to be done because we didn't know we needed to, right? So it's not that you're not doing something you don't know to do. It's because you didn't even know, because we don't know the businesses. We don't know business. We get into what we do because we love doing hair, makeup, skincare, whatever it is that we do. Like, we love our craft. But we didn't go to cosmetology school and learn business. And the little bit of business that they do does not help anybody, because they're there doing their job, which is to get you to pass the state boards. That is it. So when you want better, you have to get in the circles. You have to get the education. You have to do that yourself. And so when I saw what was going on during COVID and the time after, like, I knew, I was like, okay, like, I know God told me, like, literally, like, no, this is, you need to help your industry. You have spent all this time in there and you have had success, and it's time for you to give back. It's time for you to help others create the same thing. And so that's my calling, and I know that. I know that's where I'm supposed to be, and that's what I'm doing. And so if that is you and you're ready to take your business to that next level, reach out to me. If it's not you, consume this and do something with it. It's okay either way, because I know the people that are ready will come, and I will invite them in if it's a great fit. And if not, I will still help you do what it is or advise you to somebody else that is better for you and what it is that you want to do. I'm not here to say I know everything, but what I am here to say is that if you want to create a life of a legacy, a generational wealth, and have success and profitable business, I am your girl. And so let's go back to the business. So that's when I decided that I wanted to build the suites, keep my salon still. And that's what I did. And I can't tell you, oh my gosh, best decision I ever made, because I see now what it does. I see what it does. The income I'm bringing in monthly from my little few suites that I have, and I'm not working behind the chair creating that. And that business transition, that pivot that I made in my business, saved my family and I even from not being able to be behind the chair, because I make freaking good money behind the chair. I make that life-changing money behind the chair even, because I've done the things that need to be done. And now, because of the things that I've done, it has benefited my suite owners that have came and rented with me that didn't have books. They came in with nothing, and I'm able to overflow everything that we can't take in our salon to all of them. What a blessing, right? But it's passive income. It's real estate. It's different. But you, as a business owner, right, can even step in and help lead them. Like, you can make an impact that way. So what I'm saying to you is, if you're interested in all those different areas of how we truly can multiply what we're doing and create generational wealth, leave a legacy, not only to our family, but to our communities, reach out. Let me share with you how to do this, because it is life-changing and game-changing. And then I will totally share with you even how doing what I did with my business on my building created my business, the building, just the building itself. When I changed over how I had it structured, it multiplied what the value of my building was by 5 times. One pivot, because of everything that happened in the world. One pivot, because I knew where the industry was going, created value in my building alone 5 times higher than it was valued beforehand. So now my baby girls can take the investment off of a building that's paid for, all this value sitting in there, and we are creating millions from that. Because of being in the rooms with the right people and knowing what to do with what I have already created, but didn't know these other things. That's what I'm talking about, my friends. Get yourself in the right rooms. If it's not my room, get in somebody else's room. But get in the right room so that you can create the life that you want. The possibilities are there. They are endless. The way that we can create money in this industry is amazing. So I want to invite you into that. So if you are looking for somebody and you know you want to move fast and create the millions and create that generational wealth and get through the challenges a lot faster, because you will have them. Nobody is here free of that. We will have lessons to learn. We will have challenges. We will have walkouts if we're a salon owner. We will lose clients because we can't make everybody happy. But if you want to make sure that you're keeping more of what you're doing and get the right people in and know how to do it to create the business and the systems in your business, right? Let me tell you, the systems in your business that's going to create less time for you, give you more space, give you more time in your life to create and live the life that you've wanted. Then I want you to click below and we'll reach out to you definitely. See me on Instagram. I'm at Karen D. Hardee, Hardee. Look me up there. Email me, text me, whatever. If you're not on my text list and you want to get on my text list, reach out to me. I'll put you on there. I send a lot of good information, even on that, just little nuggets throughout the times, so that you can really grow your business. That's what I'm here. I'm here to serve our industry, to truly step in and help you guys create everything that you've wanted, because I know what's possible. And I would be very selfish and stingy if I didn't share it with you guys. And so That is my passion, my mission. And I just want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time that you have spent with me these past 3 days. I hope that it has blessed you. I hope that it has given you aha moments. And I hope that it has opened up your eyes to see what's possible. Because we have the absolute best industry to be in there. So I thank you. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you soon. See you soon.